This is Jeff with Shout Out Minnesota, and we are here with Chris Kattan.
Chris Kattan.
Chris, thanks for joining us tonight.
You're welcome.
New Hope Cinema Grill. We have another packed show, it looks like, out there again. They love you. Tell us a little bit about your experience being here in Minnesota so far.
Well, I've had, the people are the best part of the place. They really are very sweet and kind and polite and not rude. You know, some places they are rude. Not that often though, but here they're particularly kind and very, as if they all been well raised.
So the Minnesota nice is real.
Nice is real for sure. Yeah, a little cold, too much with the cold. But I went out and saw a waterfall today. That was cool. I want to see, like, when I go out to different cities and different states throughout the U.S. Or any country, you know, during a tour, I like to see something historical or something monumental, some place like that. And I saw a waterfall today, the frozen waterfall. Something in Hiawatha.
Yep.
Something Hiawatha.
Yep.
What's it called?
Hiawatha Falls.
Hiawatha Falls. There you go.
There you
I forgot the other word. So I saw that, and that was pretty. Yeah. So I've had a good time here so far, for sure.
Great. Now, obviously, we all know you from SNL. I've been on there for a good number of years. How did you land your role on that?
I auditioned. I was in a group called the Groundlings in Los Angeles, an improv comedy group. A lot of people came out of there. People from Paul Rubens, who did Pee Wee Herman, and Phil Hartman, and Don Lovitz, and then, you know, I was in there. Will and I got on SNL at the same time, and I was actually a few months after he was, but we auditioned at the same time. And other people, Sherry O'Terry, and Mary McCormick, Chris Wigg, Conan O'Brien, a lot of people came out of there. Lisa Kudrow. So I was spotted there, and I've been trying to get on SNL for a number of years, and I couldn't get people from SNL to come see me because they thought the Groundlings were considered hack. That's what Warren said. And so they finally came down, and they saw a few of us that were talented, and they flew us out to New York, and we auditioned, and then we flew back to LA, and then we came back to New York, and then finally were asked to join the cast.
Yeah, and the cast was fantastic. I mean, you're obviously one of the big successes as well as some of the rest of your cast. Obviously with the Night At The Roxbury, making it to the big screen. How did you take that? Knowing the success of that, how was that experience for you?
The movie happened?
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty fast when I got on the show. It happened on my sixth show. They wanted to do a movie, so it was fast. You know, I got on Saturday Night Live, and then literally 2 months later, Paramount Pictures wanted to do a film with Warren and get his movies career going back up again too, because he hadn't done the film since Wayne's World, second Wayne's World, and then they wanted to do the Roxbury movie. So it was pretty very fast. It went very quickly for both Will and I. You know, it was our first film, both of our first leading role and first studio film. So it was a big deal, but we got to write it as well as star in it. So it's my first experience to write a script as well. Will and I both wrote it, and it went very fast. And as you may or may not remember, the sketch when we first did it, the first time we did it was on the Phil Hartman show. Just Will and I did it, and we didn't speak. And the third time we did it, we didn't speak either. That was with Jim Carrey. So the characters were never really meant to speak. So when the studio wanted to do a Roxbury movie, we're like, well, we don't really speak. So it was kind of like, whoa. So we made him speak.
There you go.
You know, but a lot of this, you know, I have a lot of stories. I have a book coming out called Baby Don't Hurt Me. It'll be out at the end of the year, at the beginning of January.
Yeah, look for that.
Yeah, so that should be fun. I've been working on it for 5 years, and that has a lot of behind-the-scenes SNL stuff, a lot of good stuff. So
Now you're pretty talented. You do a lot of impersonations. as well
I do
as
more characters. I do
yeah,
more
characters.
actually.
What is the toughest character that you have done that's hard to prepare for? Do you think?
You said for toughest for preparation?
For preparation, yeah. To get
Prepare for, like psychologically or technically?
Either.
Either? Oh, well, it's up to you. But I will say, I guess, Mr. Peepers probably the Mr. Peepers character where I play the missing link, where I eat the apple and dry up somebody's face. Basically, it's physically really. Psychologically, you have to go to a place where, I mean, if you ever seen the sketch, it's high energy, and you don't really think about your body, and you're just like jumping through windows and bouncing off the walls, and acting pretty crazy for about 3 minutes and a half for a full sketch. And to go to that place, that kind of tense energy, and going there psychologically takes some preparation. I would say that one out of all the characters.
And what is your favorite role?
My favorite
character, role or character that you played?
Favorite one? I like Gay Hitler. Pregnancy Dick.
Big success on that one as well. And you mentioned Kippy too, which was a funny sketch as well.
Oh, thank you.
And but you also mentioned too that you had the 40th anniversary,
yes,
where you had a lot of the
like
cast.
3 years ago, yeah.
What was the experience like to see people that were on before you and people after you as well?
It was great. I mean, it was amazing. It's 40 years of all these cast members that I grew up watching, And it's not just my cast reunion, I stay in touch with those guys. I to see them all at the same time was fun. Like, my cast was Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon, Will and Tina Fey and Tracy Morgan and Horatio and Fred Armisen, Amy Poehler, it's a great group. But then you see all the other people, like Bill Murray and Tom Hanks, Steve Martin, all these people, and the musical guests, Prince, and Bono, and it's incredible. It was a great night. 40th anniversary was a fantastic night. Very honored, blessed to be part of that evening.
It was fantastic.
So,
Must have been quite the experience. You got another show to do tonight.
I do.
And
I think masturbate and get ready.
we're gonna wind it down here. But before we go,
yes,
one last shout out to your fans in Minnesota.
Okay. Well, if you want to follow me, Chris Kattan Official is my Instagram, or you can follow me on Twitter, which is @Chris Kattan. And just a shout out to all my fans in Minnesota. Thank you, and good night.